No matter where on the political spectrum you fall, this will affect you, from the most way out there fruit and nuts pussy hat wearing college kid, all the way to the most brainwashed Trump dumb fuck orange Kool-Aid drinker, to all of us normal people in the middle. This will affect you.
I hope you're ready. I'm about to perform a public disservice.
Charles, you probably never used a Palantir product. Most of you have probably never used a Palantir product, but Palantir has almost certainly used you. Your hospital, your bank, your employer, your local police department, they are all feeding information into this one shadowy company that calls itself a software provider. The problem is, Palantir, it's not a normal tech company. It's what happens when Silicon Valley and the intelligence community have a bastard baby and then give that baby a security clearance and like a drone strike budget. Founded by billionaire Peter Thiel, yes, the same guy who funded Trump, the guy who sued Gawker out of existence, the guy who thinks democracy and capitalism don't mix. Palantir was built with CIA seed money. Literally, it was started up with money from a fake company called QTEL. It's the CIA's venture capital division. Gospel truth. The mission: to do what the government legally can't do. Vacuum up, cross-reference, and predict human behavior using data from everywhere. Everywhere. They built a platform called Gotham for the spy agencies. And then they got the idea to expand into private business. So they built a platform called Foundry for corporations. And together, they turned raw data into a full surveillance map of the entire world. Our entire society under surveillance. You're not a person in Palantir's world. You're a pattern waiting to be exploited. Some examples: Palantir software. It's used by ICE to hunt down immigrants, or by police to predict crimes before they happen, by the military to guide targeting decisions in war zones, shit like that. But the problem is, it all happens behind closed doors. There's no judges, there's no warrants, there's no oversight, there's not even an understanding by the public of how any of this shit works. They tell you it's about national security, but really it's about data security. Well, their data, not yours. Because once you've plugged Palantir into your government, you've given a private company control over the nation's entire nervous system. And now they've moved beyond war and immigration. They're inside hospitals, financial institutions, and schools. In the United Kingdom, the National Health Service, basically their standardized healthcare system, they quietly signed a deal that gave Palantir access to all patient data. And then the public found out about it after they had signed the fucking thing. In the United States, they're partnering with everything from defense contractors to food companies to optimize supply chains. Translation: they're turning every corner of civilian life into data points for their fucking surveillance platform. You see, the same algorithm that tracks insurgents in Afghanistan, it tracks what flavored Doritos you buy. See, when tools built for counterterrorism become tools for capitalism, you've moved from innovation. I would call it infiltration. Because the worst part isn't even the data collection. It's the lack of ethics behind it. There's no transparency or accountability. There's no independent body checking whether their results are even accurate. Predictive policing, that's a feedback loop. Bad data in, shit data out. Immigration raids powered by data fusion, that's like when you go fishing with long drift lines, when you hang a net for 100 miles behind the boat, you kill everything in the ocean just so you can harvest a couple swordfish. And now corporations are using that same tech to track employees, monitoring their productivity, deciding who's worth investing in. It's not made up. Palantir calls it decision intelligence. You think the danger is that the government is watching you? Yeah, sort of. But the real danger is that the government has outsourced the watching to a company that doesn't answer to anyone. I guess except their own shareholders, maybe. Because Palantir, it's privatized government-level power. A for-profit intelligence agency embedded inside our institutions and inside your everyday tech items. When a company like that gets too powerful, democracy is an option now, because you don't need to pass laws when you can just control the data that shapes public opinion and military strategy and corporate behavior. Peter Thiel, the founder, he once said, quote, "We wanted flying cars, instead we got 140 characters." I don't know. I'd say we got something a lot worse than that. On top of our military industrial complex, we got a data industrial complex, one that knows pretty much everything. and questions nothing, and is more than happy to sell access to anyone who can afford to pay. See, if Palantir was just a tech company, it wouldn't really matter that much. But it's not. It's an entire philosophy. The philosophy that power belongs to those who can process the most information. If we don't start asking who's watching the watchers, you'll wake up one day to find that freedom died right before your eyes. In fact, you were holding it in your hands, staring down at it. This is going to affect you. No matter where on the political spectrum you fall, this will affect you, from the most way out there fruit and nuts pussy hat wearing college kid, all the way to the most brainwashed Trump dumb fuck orange Kool-Aid drinker, to all of us normal people in the middle. This will affect you. You are being watched. You are being surveyed. You are being exploited. Billionaires and government. Buddy, they're in on it together. Just look around you. So the next time one of them says to you, "I've got nothing to hide," keep in mind, that's probably what Palantir is counting on. Like, share, click subscribe, do all that shit. And if you don't, we'll know about it. We can't afford these guys.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
This isn't the same as just having access to your Amazon checkout box or your saved items.
No.
They know everything you're doing online. This is bullshit.
Facial scans, credit scores, every purchase from your stores. You're a product, you're a